Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Command Point. My name is Ryan, and once again, I'm joined by Shane, here to talk about models out of the Indominus box set for Warhammer 40K and the models therein, which we could see ported over into Kill Team. So on this final segment, basically, we're just going to talk about the Bladeguard Veterans. These are without a doubt, probably the coolest looking Space Marine models I've ever seen. They are just dripping in just like gothic everything, skeletons on shields and all that, purity seals everywhere. So I'm just going to go down their stat line to start us off here. They've got a movement speed of 6, weapon skill and ballistic skill of 3, strength 4, toughness 4, 3 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 8, and a 3-up save. For their weapons, they have the heavy bolt pistol, the new and improved heavy bolt pistol, which is 18 inches, pistol 1, strength 4, AP 1, 1 damage. For their freaking awesome melee weapon, they've got a master-crafted power sword. It's a melee weapon, obviously, and it is strength plus 1, so essentially bumping them up to strength 5. AP minus 3 and 2 damage. Very nice. Yeah. So their last bit of war gear is a storm shield, but we're going to talk about that probably for a little bit and what that could mean for the faction later on. So let's just talk about how we feel about their stat line and their weapons here, Shane.
That power sword that they get, the master-crafted one. It's kind of like a relic blade. Kind of, I don't want to say better because it's strength plus 1, damage 2, which in lots of cases is better than damage D3.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a pretty crazy weapon, and they have that nice heavy bolt pistol, which we already talked about with the other new models.
Yeah, the assault intercessors. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what really interests me is what that storm shield change could mean for like Vanguard veterans and company veterans and other models that are already able to take those right now. Oh yeah, I was just saying that could be a pretty big shift because, I mean, yeah, these Bladeguard, what do they have? Like 3 wounds, is it?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I mean, like for a model like that, the Bladeguard with the 3 wounds, I think the storm shield change makes sense for them. But I don't know how much the storm shield change makes sense for a Vanguard vet with only 1 wound.
Yeah, so I'm just going to read the ability that the storm shield gives this model. So it says here, the bearer has a 4-up invulnerable save, improve the bearer's save characteristic by 1. So for those who don't know, in the past, Astartes storm shields have been just a flat 3-up invulnerable save. With this change, it makes that invulnerable save worse by changing it to a 4-up, but it improves the, like it says, the bearers just their base save characteristic by 1. So going from a 3-up regular save to a 2-up regular save. So good against low AP weapons, I want to say. Or low to 0 AP weapons, but like higher AP weapons, I think they're going to struggle with that.
I don't know. These guys, they're pretty insane. Just looking at their data sheet, it makes me sad for Terminators.
Yeah. So looking at this, obviously they're not like they don't have they can't take like rocket pods, right? They can't take rocket pods. They don't have like assault cannon options. They don't have all the different options that Terminators have. That being said, in competitive play, do you think that Terminators, like Reavers, we could probably see just going extinct?
Yeah, I would say, kind of like you mentioned, the Terminators can really be equipped with a lot more stuff. So I don't think that the Blade Guards would necessarily like remove their utility. But I mean, mean, this would definitely hurt like the melee Terminators, but the thing is, I don't think people were really taking melee Terminators anyway. They just aren't really that good for what you're paying for. Maybe like the Space Wolf Terminator, maybe the value is there for that, but yeah, I mean, these guys are just Terminators, but with 3 wounds and better melee weapons. And yeah, they're scary.
Yeah.
They've got a 4-up involved instead of a 5-up.
Right. And here's the thing that like really makes me think that at the very least melee Terminators are going to be on their way out, barring perhaps Space Wolf Terminators, is that these guys I'm pretty sure are clocking in at 35 points. That's pretty cheap, I think, compared to some of the Terminator models. Those guys are getting up in like point costs of like 38, 40.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say 35 is. Oh man, I think it's a little cheap actually.
Yeah.
I almost feel like these models should clock in at around 40. They would be really strong in Kill Team. There's really no debate about it. They would be pretty huge. I mean, to finally have an intercessor model, he's got the 6-inch movement. He's basically got the profile of the model that would have 5-inch movement, but he's got the 6.
Yeah. These guys are beyond intercessor models with
Yeah,
those 3 wounds, man.
yeah.
It's crazy.
I
These
mean,
guys.
by the time you kill it, the Marine player has probably saved up CP for Death Denied.
Yes, that is the other thing to consider. Yeah, these guys are going to be rough to take down if they make their way into the kill zones. That being said, I don't care if they are or not. They are awesome, and I will 100% be running these guys in like fun, like casual narrative games, assuming my opponent's down for it, because they're just so freaking cool. They're honestly the entire reason why I'm getting the Indomitus box. Yeah, let's talk about the sub factions that are going to benefit from these guys the most for Space Marines. So, White Scars.
Yep.
Black Templars for sure. Yeah. Salamanders, just because Salamander reroll.
Take them to strength 5, correct?
Yeah, their weapon is strength 5.
So, I mean, Blood Angels.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do you think it's overkill for Blood Angels to be taking one of these guys, or do you think it's just like would you rather take a bunch of Assault Intercessor Blood Angels, or would you rather take like one of these guys in the Blood Angels roster?
Well, I think it's definitely not overkill because strength 5, you're going to be wounding just about everything on 3s.
Right.
Except for like toughness 5 models.
Yeah.
So this would mean that you're wounding the vast majority of models on 2s. So I think it's like perfect for. It's like one of the strongest like weapons that you can really make the use out of Blood Angels. So I mean, it kind of opens up Blood Angels a little bit with having an option that is efficient against toughness 4 with like 3-up saves, like Marine equivalents.
Yeah. This model those are kind of the 3 sub factions that are going to benefit the most from these guys. I kind of want to circle back to the Storm Shield problem. And it's a problem in that all the single wound models that have the option to take a Storm Shield become, I would say they definitely become a lot more vulnerable to being just killed, and you can't really rely on the Storm Shield like you used to in a lot of lists. Take, for example, my White Scars list, kind of like your Black Templars list. There's a substantial number of single wound models in those lists that take Storm Shields for that 3-up invuln save.
Yeah.
With this change, like, sure, it's only a 16%. The Storm Shield save only becomes like 16% worse, but also 16% better against low AP. Actually, I kind of like that specifically in the Necron Flayed one matchup.
Yeah.
Just because now I have a 2-up save instead of just a flat 3-up save. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the
I
one
like that a lot.
better.
Overall, I guess what I'm trying to get at here is overall, do you think that the Storm Shield change is better or worse for the Astartes faction in Kill
I think
Team?
I think it hurts Astartes because now these 3-ups against these like high AP weapons, they become coin flips,
Yeah.
and like the math is no longer in your favor, and it's more like if they get 2 hits through at high AP, you're expected to fail one, and that's kind of scary. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, these guys obviously can handle it because they have several wounds. They're a lot
Yeah.
bigger than a normal Storm Shield guy. But I can tell you, like, I'm running the Black Templars with the Storm Shields in the tournament right now, and I would not be having the success I am if they had 4-up invulns rather than 3-up invulns. And I mean, yeah, it's a little bit better for, the models without AP, but you're generally not going to shell out the points for a Storm Shield against a team with low AP if you don't have to.
True, true. All right, yeah. That basically wraps it up for the Bladeguard Veterans and the Astartes Indomitus models in general that we could see being ported over into Kill Team. I think across the board for this faction, I don't know about you, I see it as a net win.
Oh
They
yeah,
get,
I mean both sides, both Necrons and Astartes, if they get stuff from Kill Team or from this box into Kill Team, could be like really nice for both of these factions. Uh, which is a bit scary because both of these factions are already pretty good right now and competitive.
yeah.
So yeah.